morning to you, Elvis, and the viewers.
Now, the South African Weather Service issued a warning for heavy thunderstorms, hail, localized flooding and damaging winds. Is the Gauteng Emergency Service ready for this? The next one?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are ready. You'll understand that yesterday we had a lot of calls through our command center due to the hailstorm. So we have set up our monitoring teams in most parts of the city, whereby we should be able to communicate the messages to our communities, especially those who are in the most vulnerable areas, your low-lying areas, to be able to evacuate if there's a need to do so.
Now, you've seen the damage that happened yesterday. Have there been any injuries reported as a result of yesterday's hailstorm?
Yeah, the fortunate part was that yesterday we didn't receive any injuries. However, we have had two rescue operations whereby we had to rescue two motorists who were stranded in some of our roads in the West Rand, and also those vehicles which were flooded in some of the bridges in the city. However, there were no injuries which were reported.
Robert, what safety tips would you give to people who might find themselves exposed to hailstorms?
We just want to warn, the motorists. We are actually on our knees, Mr. Presley, to say that motorists need to adhere to our calls to refrain from crossing flooded areas. If the area is flooded, they need to use alternative routes. If the storm finds them while they are driving on the roads, they need to, park somewhere where they're safe, where they shelter, to avoid, incidences like what we have witnessed yesterday, where some of these vehicles were swept away by, these storms.
Now, what measures does the Gauteng Emergency Services have in place to help victims and survivors of hailstorms?
Yeah, in most affected areas, mostly it will be Soweto area, we have actually set up our joint operation center in Jabulani, where we will be conducting assessment even in those areas which we didn't get reports from, so that we can be able to assist those people who have mostly lost, mostly their roofs are damaged, so that we can be able to see how can we be able to assist if there's a need for us to supply them with some of the materials and also some food parcels. We can be able to do so in conjunction with the other provincial disaster management office.
But how else? But how else do they get in touch with you, Robert? Is there a toll-free number, website, or anything where people can get details?
Yes, exactly, Mr. Presley. There's our contact number. It's our Disaster Management Center. We can be contacted on 011-286-601213. It's 011-286-601213. We can greatly appreciate any assistance which we might get from the communities out there.
So you're asking for the communities and people that would like to contribute to contact these numbers?
Exactly, yes. That's our Disaster Management Center. And
is there a physical place where they can drop off these items?
Yes, that will be, the exact location will be at Sentin Fire Station.
At the Sentin Fire Station?
Station, yes.
And that was Gauteng Emergency Services spokesperson Robert Malahutsi on the line. So you can drop off if you have anything to contribute, like blankets or food or anything like that. Drop it off at the Sentin Fire Station, as he did indicate. And then, of course, that number again, 011-286-6012. That is, of course, if you have an emergency, if you've got a problem or you want to find out more, that number again in Johannesburg, 286-6012 or 3.